Welcome for the third session. Yes, third session
Hi,
is a
everybody.
great session. It's a lot of thinking. Oh my gosh, how are you, Naomi? I miss you
Very
from
good,
last
very good.
week. Okay,
Very good, very good.
actually, I know that you're so excited to learn more about this, so we can teach everyone about the pillars. And my name is Kausar Shaya, and I guess you already know me by now. And we are working on the 13 pillar society of peace, and we already have 3 episodes, right? This one today, it's about high tech and low tech. It's all about science, and this new generation, I guess they're gonna love this episode. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ready, Naomi?
Yes, yes. With the 13 Pillar Society, one subject is very important, how we are going to
Okay.
combine the famous low tech and high tech. And both of them, it's not like only high tech, only low tech, and we fight about it. No, no, no. To merge them and to be smart enough to have a beautiful society based on both low tech and high tech. And of
Exactly.
course, high tech with ethic, with values, with a sense of common good and service to whole humanity. So that's a very important pillar today. And by the
Exactly.
way, we want to say this is the news. Listen, listen, listen. The news are that we want to set up beautiful multi-U or multi-university, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So we can
Yes.
pour down, we can gather all the information and give it back to everybody. So if you want a multi-union country,
uh,
just contact us. We have 12 countries already involved in Spanish, plus you in Lebanon and other countries on the 5 continents. So it's going to be a worldwide network and team towards this new society we want to co-create with you, with you who is watching right now because you're part of it.
it's
If
very,
not,
it's
you won't
very,
be in
it's
this
very
panel
nice.
right now.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Actually,
who
it's
do you need to
so
first,
good to
Kausa?
know
Who do you
about
want to
the.
introduce us?
Well, I just want to talk more, a little bit more about the university that you're talking about. Especially when I was searching for all what we need to talk about on this battle, I realize how important is to have a university where we can get all the research done to be in favor of humanity, number one, and nature, number two. I mean, I cannot say number one or number two between nature and humanity because they're all combined. And I know how much passion we have toward the subject. Everybody's talking about the green environment and sustainable environment and how you can combine them with technology and how between farmers and in high tech, low tech society. I mean, when it comes to that, I realize we cannot cancel anything. I mean, if you go back in history, you realize all this technology was present, and somehow, I mean, we think that we lost it somehow, and then now we're finding it again. When it comes to a gadget and all this new technology and this new generation talking about it and use it every day in their daily life, and what we're trying to do here, especially in Education 3000, over the summer camp that we work on, trying to get them off their phones, off their all the gadget that they do, so they can have more mix kind of thing. And when I was trying to set up this petals, I remember that part because we can not only stay home and play games all day and stay in illusion away from our society and away from our humanity. So mixing the high tech with the low tech and bringing out of it the best out of it, it's really what we're trying to aim for on this battle. And then we're going to see a lot of great examples about that over the session today.
Right, I found it. I wanted to put the 13 Pillar Society.
Yes, yes. I think this is amazing.
Yeah, we do have, look, we have all the pillars and it's all set up.
Yes.
Perfect. And to remind everybody too, we have high tech, which is very, very sophisticated. We have low tech, which is from the very ancient time, and it works very well too, and it's very taking care of nature and in all this dimension. And we have middle tech. When we don't know what to do, we put it middle tech, and we will show you after the video of Kausar. We will show you some pictures we had for you. Thank you to the whole team. Remember, we are not only 2 or 3 persons here. There is a team of production, a team of research from different countries. Thank you to all of you.
Welcome.
And one word before I forget. I was thinking about high tech, middle tech, low tech. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Giovanna. Giovanna is with us. Giovanna, say hi. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, how are you?
We miss you, Giovanna. How are you today?
Fine.
There is always somebody doing the production.
Yes.
Thank you, Giovanna.
Yes, I'm in backstage talking, but I'm very happy to be here and listening to all of this information for this pillar. I'm thinking that it's going to be wonderful, and I'm going to be here listening and then comment with you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know you prepare some beautiful slides, so we will talk about that too. So stay tuned.
Thank you. I'll be here.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Before I forget, I wanted to say about, for instance, the pyramids. And actually, Kausa, it was one of your examples.
Yes.
You see the pyramid for Egypt. Yes, you see a bunch of stones, but that will be the hardware. There was a program on the pyramid. There was an electromagnetic field, the toroid. It was an energy, source of energy. I mean, it was, source of energy. It was an entire machine. It was a quantic machine, actually. So this is extremely high tech. And now we can see just stones and we see it's low tech, but actually it's a quantum. It's even more than that. It's not even high tech. It's a quantum tech. So see this program, quantum tech, maybe we will do another program on that, but it's the future as well. It's not only high tech. You understand what I mean?
Absolutely. I was watching the latest version of why they built the pyramid and what's the purpose of it. In all days they used to think it's where they used to bury their king and queens. Tombs. But it's not. All the new research proved the opposite. They were like Tesla towers, and I was like, "What?" And then when I was listening to the documentary, he gave a great example. He said, "If you see a CD now on the museums or a small USB, would you know, and you don't have the computer to stick it in and to watch, would you be able to find to realize this small USB or this CD has all the knowledge in there?"
Exactly.
So he gave that example. I was like, yes, exactly. This is what we think about. So, and then when we realize, and we're gonna learn this over the time too on different petals about the energy of the stones and the frequency of the stone and quantum energy, we realize why they use certain stone and why limestones, why different rooms in the pyramid as well, they use different type of stones, and what the material they used to use inside to produce all this energy. And it's a great documentary. Actually, I would let I'll tell you that you gotta watch it.
Give us a link and we put it in comments, please.
Sure.
And by the way, that gives us an idea. What about to do a quantum tech program, and we will invite some experts.
Oh, okay, great.
That would be fantastic.
Actually,
That would be a
I have a
plus
great
this.
teachers. You know, I really had a great teachers, and I'm so
I
happy
was
that I
thinking
got
about
great
Nassim.
teachers.
What do you think?
Nasim, oh my gosh, he's amazing.
Yes, let's
Nasim
go.
Halayan, yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so sin more further ado, we go to the video. It's kind of short today, and then we go to the slide. We have a bunch of pictures to show you. Is that okay?
Yes, let's do
Let's
it.
go to the video. See
Okay.
you.
To the third edition, to the third pillar.
Let me
Now
put it at the beginning. That's it.
Hi, how are you today? Welcome back to the third edition, to the third pillar. Now we're in the third one, yes, the 13 pillar society of peace. We're in number 3. What's number 3 is gonna tell us about today. This petal is really about the high tech and low tech. And when we talk about high tech and low tech, we realize how fast we're moving to in the technology, and we think based on all this technology, we think that technology moves really fast, and especially this new generation. When it comes to this generation, we realize all these kids know more than their parents because they get engaged with all this technology. And if I really wanted to ask myself that question, does really the high tech society can work with the low tech society? And from there, that I did some research, and we all did the research on this group based on that. Is the robotic population is gonna take over the humanity? I mean, all these questions we're gonna answer them, and how we do look for our new society, and on this field especially, from work to farming to education to all this kind of thing that we're talking about. Does high tech and low tech can be working in parallel together to save time and money and save society? I mean, you know, there is so much use for the technology these days. You know, when she bring this picture, it's always come to my mind. I really consider this picture as a high tech for me. If I can tell you my point of view on this, we're not talking only about gadget. You know, gadget is that we created the gadget, and it makes a big sense to all this new generation. But when it comes to the collective mind, when we get all this work together and we do the brainstorming together as a students or as a researcher, and we come up with a great idea. And this is the high tech for me. The high tech is when we work in group and we put all our effort together to create a beautiful new environment and a healthy environment as well. So this picture remind me a lot with that. So thank you, Naomi, for putting this picture up. To tell you the truth, when I search about low tech and high tech, I find out a lot of questions and answer about how we can engage the humanity and the all the culture that we have into the high tech and the gadget. And we realize there's so many in there, and there's so many cities and places now, modern places. They use both. They use both. I mean, we cannot cancel each other. We cannot move alone with this, not going low and high. I mean, and I find it something in between as well. The medium tech, they call it, or in the middle. So we still depend on the low tech and energy, especially when it comes to the go green thing. We realize that we still need to use the handmade people, and we really need to create more job for these people. So we're going in somehow in the middle. But when I went to some of the projects and I realized they really depend 100% like the computer, on the assistant and the gadget. You know, in certain farming, they don't even need people to work, farmers to work on the field. Most of the farmers now, especially when it comes to high tech, they run the water automatically now. They do test the soil automatically in certain gadget as well. They do the crop with machines. So everything is done by machine now. Do we really need to do that, or there is a benefit from this? So when it comes to that, it always come to my mind. Are we helping communities and helping humanity? In certain area, I say yes, because we really need to go faster, because the time here really consuming the problem. I cannot wait 3 months to have certain project done if I can do it on 1 month. So, and here when it comes the technology to save me time and to save me money and to help humanity. So I always have priority in asking these questions about low tech, high tech. Is this technology is gonna be what's gonna bring to humanity? It's gonna bring it up or it's gonna bring it down? Because there is so many misuse for this kind of technology. So I have checked another project. I think that we have some picture for that too, where they had to build beautiful cities and all in green. They're using all a new sustainable energy and water and lightning and all the development. I mean, all what we can imagine for the future lifestyle. But when it comes to me, what I always ask myself, do I really want to live in boxes, in the concrete box, in a small apartment? I'm sure I don't want to live that life. So I love to be in nature. I love to keep green spaces around me. I love to hug the trees and all that. So we don't want to cancel all that. At the same time, we need to use the technology for our safety and our evolving as a clean environment and sustainable lifestyle. I have seen so many school as well. Well, students ride the bike to school, have the bus even and work on solar solar lights. The school even run all in sustainable energy, and they were all the neighbor. They come together. They were building the school themselves, so they didn't have to pay for a certain company to come and do the job. They were all getting together to do it. And when I saw this video, I remember my grandparents used to talk about this, where they used to come all together in all days to help each other building the houses and the small community. So growing our vegetables, there were so many other projects as well too. But when it comes to organic product here, where I like to talk more about this, the high tech, low tech has a lot of consideration. So I really need to bring the farmer and to sit with the IT person and see what can really do with each other in a matter of farming. I don't want to cancel the farmer part. I really want the farmer to be in the top of that, knowing exactly how the machine can help on his project, as much as when I really need to build a beautiful building, sustainable environment. I need to bring very good engineer, know exactly what he needs from the technology and how the technology can improve his lifestyle based on really good research and really good positive approach for our life. So I don't want to live in small boxes, concrete boxes. I don't want to live in a high-rise building where I cannot even breathe anymore, waiting for the elevator 10 minutes to get home. So this kind of thing that I always question myself. When it comes to high tech, low tech, there's so many things that I have found online that it's really amazing that we can create. And I will really discuss all the answer and questions with you to talk about that. I don't have so much to tell you on this petal or pillar. because all the research is needed from special people on that field who really can explain each gadget. When it goes to the high tech, everybody needed training for that. When it was middle tech, we all do the middle tech kind of thing, and a low tech, everybody been doing it all that time. There's so many on the technology, and Abu Dhabi, the festival, it was 6 months in Abu Dhabi, and they have all the tax and all the new technology on that was sharing. And my brother went there. I didn't get a chance to go. Went, and he was telling me all about the advanced technology that he have seen there, and you wouldn't imagine how far we're going. We're going really far and fast. That they cannot really apply everything they have now for us as customers, because this technology is going really fast. Are we going faster than our pace? Yes, in certain times, especially in technology. So my questions here and my concern to all this technology and to all this gadget and consumer, are we doing this for the best of our humanity? Are we doing this for really it's going to help us for a better lifestyle? I'm sure we can. There is so many projects, and we will answer them tomorrow when we get to talk about this. And they were amazing projects. They did work on Tesla towers. They did work on carbon sheets where you don't have to run wires to get electricity or internet or phone calls. They can get it through carbons. I mean, we're going really far fast about this subject and about this topic. We will learn more about it in every single step, and I'm sure that we need more time to understand every single sequence of that. So stay tuned, and I'm here to answer all your questions again. Feel free to talk to me about any concern, and if the message is not clear, I will be happy to discuss it and share it with you again. Thank you.
Microphone, that's it.
Okay, welcome back. Hi again. You see, this is what I was thinking. When it comes to this, we really need expertise to come and talk more about the gadget, the technology, the phenomenal of this great work. From my part, I try to understand most of it as much as I can, but I can tell you one examples on that. During the time that I was studying MRI, because I am an MRI technologist. So I studied radiology first, and then I did MRI. Radiology and work different than X-ray, work different than the MRI machine. When I learned the MRI machine, I realized how Tesla. I was in love with Tesla, and I'm still in love with them actually. I realized how the machine work and why we get the how we get the pictures from the.
How do you spell it? RMI.
MRI. MRI.
What is it? Rapid eye movement?
No, MRI. It's the magnetic field that you take the pictures.
Like
magnetic resonance, yes, imaging. Magnetic resonance imaging. This is what it stands for. So the magnetic machine, give the sounds. I guess everybody did at least one time brain scan or a hand scan or foot scan or back scan, whatever. So remember when they put the patients inside the machine, they put the head first. if they're scanning the brain. So whatever the part that they're scanning, they put it right in the middle of the magnet, and then din 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 din. Then you hear that loud sound, and then it stops, din din din, and stops, and then again. So I want to start working, and I have to do the test for the certificate for the government. I was trying to study online, and I realized it's a lot to learn. It's more than what they gave us in school. It was the first semester that they give this materials in school, so we were the first students as well too. When I went to study, I realized there is a lot more information that I need to know in order to pass the exam. So I got a book, and I study quantum physics, and this is where I got all my knowledge on there. I realized on the peaceful moment after the dinging noise, the peaceful moment, the body give the same signal to the machine, and the machine process the information into a picture. So what we're doing there, we're knocking the vibration of the body. We knock it down, and then when it comes back, we get the message from it. So we're talking to every single cell in the body, and we're taking that energy and a frequency and putting it in pictures. It took me so long to know every single part on this machine, what it do and how it filters, and the K space and whatever. I don't want to get too much into this, but I can tell you it took me a while to understand how the machine works. And then when I went and did my exam, I got a really good grade, 99%. So I was really happy with that. From there, from the MRI, I guess when I start thinking about the thing around me that I don't see, but it's there. And so I start thinking more about the high tech process. I learn a lot actually from my kids as well too, and from the kids that we work with, to work with the gadget and to work on the social media and to help each other using these gadget for a good purpose. You see, there were so many games and application. They took them off the market because of the misuse of them, and because some people were injured from them. So if they don't get injured physically, they got injured mentally or emotionally. So especially when we talk about the kids. But my vision is, especially when you were talking early about the university, that we can get the low tech with the high tech combined together to come up with the best solution for humanity. This is what I see, what I really need to see. And if we need to show the slide, I can tell you more about what we're talking about, especially when we get to talk about low tech and the Maslow law. You know, the Maslow law, I guess everybody knows it, the pyramid, where people get to talk more about their needs. You know, they put people first to talk about their needs, and especially, you know, we need to shower, we need to eat, yeah, exactly this one. And what we need to shower, we need to eat. It's and then number two, we got our safety. So, you know, you see, number one is the our survival, food, sleep needs, and then the second one, safety, when you get to make sure that you're safe and secure. The number three, love and belonging, when we start talking about love and our cultures, blah blah blah, self-esteem, and then you get to go to the last one, morality, creativity, and engagement more with the wisdom and all that. If we flip this, and this is what we're doing here actually, if we flip that, we can start with high consciousness and the collective consciousness together with all the people who think like me and you, Naomi, and most of society now, this new generation with their high vision and creativity. I can tell you that we can flip that and have the a life that we wish to live for in humanity way faster. This really can bring us faster to what we need, because if you have all this awareness, you're aware, you will be having the will to do it. And if you're willing to do it, you're going to have a plan for it. So what's the plan? The plan to have a network like what we're doing now. And this network is going to create the satisfaction strategy for the people to survive in a decent life. And this is really what I like about that, because we really need to flip the vision, and because we do have a lot of awareness now to do such a thing. So going back for the next one.
That's so interesting, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Flip the vision, and I would put with a capital V, right?
Yes.
I take this slide. It's a beautiful slide, actually. I like the idea of flipping, shifting.
Because we always think, because we always think people need to eat to survive, but it's really, if they don't have the awareness to and the will to bring forward what they need, they're not going to be able to have it. We always think the opposite way. We always start from the wrong place, in order to. But now with the high tech, we realize the people are so aware and they do have the wisdom. And then you see a lot of people on all over the world with all this crisis that happen now. We realize, maybe people complain. I'm sure that people complain about all this crisis that happened lately and the economic changes, but people still be able to survive because they already have a strategy on their mind, and knowing that this is going to be just a part of time, and I'm sure that's going to get better. But if we didn't have that kind of wellness before, that we feel like, we need somebody to come and do it for us. And I'm sure the government's not going to do it if we're not going to do it.
Soledad Moyano from Chile. Very important to guide young people in the school about all this technology.
Yes, exactly. This is going to be the most important part.
And priority in life. There is a lot to do to accompany young people, children too. Mondo Asiri, México. Qué interesante información. Me encanta este pilar. This information is so interesting. I love this pillar.
Oh,
me
great,
too.
Great. Wonderful.
Let's go to the slide. We prepare some concrete example.
Okay, great.
So we go on with our 13 pillar society. Remember, we have all these pillars. Now we are number 3. So if you want to check before us, or before this pillar, we talked about healthy, integral, creative sport. We talk about preventive health and wellness, a very long program, very complete, thanks to Kausar and the whole team. And now we are number 3. And every Thursday live, we will go on up to the 13 one. Let me find the ayah somewhere.
Yeah, every Thursday. Next week, it's going to be something cool too. Quantum reconnection and education.
Education.
We have a lot to talk about this. We don't need to search it. We already know it.
We have a book, so we will put the book on. That will be the end of the month because we have Easter break. So we will skip 2 Thursday, and then we go back, of course, and we will finish the whole loop.
Yes.
So
happy holiday.
A lot on our plate, on the table, on the word to share. So low tech, high tech, middle tech, quantum tech. That's our life nowadays, everywhere around the world. So
this picture reminds me of one of the great big issues that we have, and nobody talks about it, is water. People think like we're running out of gas, and gas is very expensive, and then they're fighting all over the war now here and there on different countries, trying to change the word just to get gas. But when it comes to water, here are the questions: what to do for that? Most of the countries are running out of water, and the only solution is to filter the salty water, the ocean. And some countries doing it now. Actually, I think it's in United Arab Emirates doing that. In Lebanon here we have spring water inside the ocean, and they were trying to get that to the cities close to the ocean so they can really drink it freely. With all this new generation and this technology that we can combine, I'm sure that we can save humanity from thirst and from a lot of other contaminated water as well. You see it a lot in Africa. They don't even have clean water. They use well still until now, and they don't have enough technology. There were some picture that I saw as well too, where they have a very small old tent, but they have solar lights in the top of it. So combining the technology and the needs um, together, this is what we're really trying to aim in different society. It depend about each society and how much material we can get to create that.
Yeah. Yeah, combined. That's why we put this picture.
Yes, and
And all
I thought,
together, the soft
yes,
skills are kind of low tech as well. That definitely. And remember, we saw that in your presentation with all
yeah.
the sobriety, efficiency, durability,
I can
maintainability, accessibility. Can you read this one? Auto.
actually, yes, sure. I can get over it a little bit more on
Just
details
the
so that we
titles, because what I want to say, it's a philosophy of life. Sometimes they say, what's low
yes,
tech? If you want to
yes.
summarize low tech, it's a philosophy of good life, actually. Yeah, can you read for us because it's so small?
Yeah, it's number one is refocusing on the essential of life. So refocusing, we're talking about our needs. What our needs, like food and water and all this main supplies of life. And then so when they say refocus, we need to remember that the supply of water need to be engaged there. So I really need to get enough water and enough food, enough grain, and all this kind of thing. The second one is minimizing the consumption of energy. We know a lot of different countries, they have energy, they think they use a lot more than anybody else, where if we consume it and we can set more awareness about this subject, we can help a lot for the to create more awareness and spread this knowledge and sufficient. The number three is durability, is the present of the tech, of the technology functioning and into this what you were saying earlier with humanity. So you don't want to put human in a side and you use robotic technology and forget about our mission, because if we created robots, so I'm sure that we are more smarter than the robots. So why do I have to when we talk about this part, we really need to engage both. And there were so many movie when I got to talk about this. I remember what they call the movie, The Eye, I think, with the Shia LaBeouf. They created all this great technology and the security system, the government, all blah blah blah. At the end, it reverse on them. So we don't need this to happen to us in reality. Maintenance. When we talk about maintenance, we need to make sure that it's really if we can maintain it, and then if there is enough people with the high-tech training that they can maintain the project that we're working on. So the third accessibility is anyone able to do it, or any places that I can do it. When we talk about this as well too, there were so many pilot projects. They do in pilot project a lot nowadays, and they're trying to learn from each other because they're trying to combine low tech with the high tech here. And then when we do such a thing like that, we try to set a pilot project, make sure this project can be really adopted by other communities, and it's easy to do, and with less money, less time. I mean, we consider all these kind of questions. And empowerment, this is what I was thinking as well. Empowerment, when I come to the community, I tell them about our project now, because this is a great project that we're doing now, and see if they can sponsor this kind of thing. And number 8, connection. We need to create a great commitment and for the community, with the people, so they can have it from one place to another, so we can really spread the word in all over the universe, not only on Earth. Maybe there is some other humanity on different places, you never know. And simplification, is this what I'm trying to do today. Actually, when I was recording the video with Naomi today, I felt like there is so many terminology. I didn't know how to find it on my head. I couldn't use it. I was trying to use a very simple English so everybody can understand what I'm talking about. Because I read some terminology and it was kind of far from me to understand. So it's another language when it comes to technology, I'm sure. So we need to bring this as simple as it is, and as easy as it is as well too. So this is it.
Yeah, this is it. And actually, that's her name, Karina Rascon. I love the combination between our ancestors' knowledge and new technology. I do too. I agree with you, Karina. Hi.
Yes.
And take
Karina,
care.
hi, Karina.
I love your comments. Please put more comments. It's so good to have all the countries around the world. Oh, this is for Giovanna. Why do we have this beautiful bicycle?
I love this one. Yes, I wanted to share a little about this bicycle. You know, this is combining a household exercise bike and to convert it in a source of energy. Yes, and they had this information in a low tech magazine. If you just type it in a low tech magazine, you will have all the details of how they built it and how the challenges were, you know, trying to combine how fast they would pedal, so they will match the needs of energy for the house and everything. And they have some also details of how they apply these to and connected these to solar panel systems. So you just go there and find it. I found this very interesting and something that you really can do. I mean, they are just very simple, very compact. And you can be just exercising, working out, and relying that you're going to have.
This is so great. I was always wondering, so much energy in the gym.
Yeah.
And we don't use this energy. And I say, wow, what a waste. Giovanna, one question. How many hours do I have to pedal to electricity in my house?
Yes, I do not know. You know, I'm thinking that we would have to have all the family doing that, but they are trying to make this you know,
actually
feasible. Like they are trying to make this work. So but this is a very nice project, and you have several projects there.
I love it.
Yeah. I got something to show you on this one. Just stay with me. You can say something. Just one second.
Okay. I love Kausar's ideas too. Yes.
Maybe she has something with the hands like this.
Yes, exactly. And also, you know, we have these actually lanterns. I don't know if they're called lanterns, but like the flashlights. Okay.
Yeah.
The flashlights, the regular.
Oh yes, and you turn around like this.
Yes. And you have.
Yeah. This is so intelligent.
I went to get it, but I couldn't find it here, so I don't want to stay away. It is the light. It is the light. You just turn it, and it stays there.
And I knew that you were going to
know it. Oh my gosh!
Wow. That's so bright, and no battery, because the battery is a lot of contamination, or the batteries you put in your flashlight and everywhere.
They
Yeah,
have a small
away.
gear. Yes, they have a small gear. Yes, that's interesting.
Giovanna, stay with us because you found these beautiful pictures and comment about quantum computing or quantum computers or
Yeah,
quantum. Yeah.
I'm thinking that the quantum computers right now, they are taking over. It's very new, but they are taking over they are trying to take over the commercial area here, especially here in the United States. I've heard that some big companies are trying to get all of this technology, and because of the information in a quantum level, it's faster, totally faster. You could be it's an instant thing in
It's
comparing.
amazing.
Yes,
It's
comparing with
absolutely amazing.
yes, comparing with what is happening in our regular computer. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a boom in these coming years. It's actually it's happening now. What happened is that we do not have much information about this quantum area, and I know that Kosara, you're a specialist in the quantum area. And
Well,
yes, what do you think about it? Yeah.
you see when they use the what they call the anarrhythmic strategies, like they can tell from your face who you are, your identity, your all this goggle now that where you can see the three dimension and all that. It's all based on 0 and 1. So these two, I mean, the quantum energy is going far beyond all this. And I didn't get to see the computer yet, but I'm sure that in the next couple petals that we're gonna talk more about quantum energy, and then we can discuss this in details.
Yes, I know. I'm thinking that it's going to be very, very nice, nice, nice for us.
But you see, over the time in China, this when they have the crisis, they were determining the people who were sick from rising their temperature over the just the goggles, the cameras. I
Yes,
mean
oh, and I have actually a virtual reality here.
yes,
And yes, and
yeah,
it's very
yeah.
interesting. I learned how to, you are in this environment and you can actually be living all these things in a, and I gave this to my 80-year-old father. Can you
Oh
imagine?
wow, yes, yes.
Yes, and also they didn't play the game, of course, but they were very amazed because all of these things at a quantum
Looks
level.
so real. It look
Yes,
real. You
they look.
cannot tell.
Yes, you can.
As well. I can talk a little bit about this thing just a little bit based on my job as a hypnotherapist. In hypnotherapy, basically, when we put people in trance, we take them into their thinking, right, into what they can see. So sometimes when they wake up, they were like, "Oh, it looks so real. It looks like I just was there, or whatever." And then at the same time, when I use that gadget, my son has it, the glasses, and then you see everything 3 dimension, and you feel like you're really in there, and you
Yes,
feel like you just want to jump. You lift your feet, you go up the stairs. It's like
yes,
you're there.
yes.
Uh, it feels very much the same. We had one practice, actually, one story to tell you about that. We had a group of students. They were going for a game, for a basketball game. One group of students did the hypnotherapy session, okay, and the training session as a hypnotherapy with the hypnotherapy, and the other group went really into the field and practice, and the other group just practiced over the hypnotherapy sessions. So when they went together to play against each other, and you wouldn't imagine, they scored 75% the same. 75%. So everything is in here.
Yes.
So physically, I know that we really need to be physically fit, but mentally here, where we see and we realize now, especially now, the kids are using their brain more
Yes.
more than
Yes.
before.
Yes, and also
Uh,
when you understand this concept of the quantum field, isn't it? Like it's very difficult for us that we're not like near to the scientific view, you know, about quantum.
mhm.
It's difficult to understand. But when you kind of try to find out in a little depth the how you can interact with these field, okay, and what is this field, then there's some very good good programs that can explain you how are the laws, the physical laws in this level, in the quantum level, yet totally different from what we are experiencing here in the form, you know,
Uh,
in the matter. So it's as it is totally different in that we actually are energy in this subatomic level, and we interact with everything. So and that's why the information goes in an instant. And
Absolutely.
when you
Yes,
discover
it's
that,
all about vibration. It's a
yes,
quantum physics. It's a vibration and energy, and
vibration.
everybody talk about vibration. When I
Yes.
was in school as well too in radiology, I was taking some research. I was doing some research about the subject, and I learned about HARP. I don't know if you got to know about it. It's they were digging for oils, for gas and oil, you know, in different places in the world, and then they do have the machine where they tested the ground and feel the if there is water here or gas here, or gasoline. The machine give different frequency from the ground, tested the ground. And there is some small gadget now where you can even test everything, the food, the vegetables, and everything. Anyhow, when they were trying to do that as a quantum energy, with the radiation, they send certain frequency and radiation into the ocean, and then they repel the energy back that they what they can get. They can determine if there is oil there or it's only water. So over the time, if you send a higher frequency into it, it can create a earthquake, or it can create a massive um, hurricane or whatever. So they already know about that, and they use it under the government use it now for different as a weapon.
Oh,
So we don't want to go into all this because we don't want to manifest it in certain places. But I can tell you, and this is what I really wanted to aim this session, that we really what we're working here and talking about the high tech is really 100% making this clear, that using the high tech with the low tech for the best out of it for humanity and for Earth, because we really try, if we're not going to be able to save our planet from all that, I don't know how far we're going to go, and we
yeah,
all know.
that's right. That's right. You know, it's that. But as you mentioned, high tech and low tech for peace, especially.
Yes. Exactly.
That would be as
Yeah.
we are 13 pillar for peace. That is high and low tech for peace. That's what we are aiming for. And as you were mentioning something about radiation and the earth and everything, and it reminded me to this ancient, I would say ancient tool, because I'm thinking that they use that a long time ago, or ancestors. This water dowsing.
Yeah, yeah, where
The
they use
people
the
just
sticks.
grab, yes,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
sticks, yes,
and
yes,
yes, yes,
and they are,
absolutely.
yes, and they are using that like a divination for, you know,
But wait a
more.
minute, we have the slide about that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
okay,
next one, let's
So let's go
go.
back to the
Yes.
slide
yes, we're gonna
because
go
Let's
then
go
back to
back
the
to
slide. I'm giving you a spoiler.
it. Yes,
okay,
great.
with the computer, the quantum computing and the other quantum computers,
Yes, yes. Actually, we're gonna
this
have
will
all
be
the
the
questions.
revolution with the finance or the financial field, and this is going to be a huge change in the world. with the finance and the banking system and everything. And
Yes,
something
yeah. With
something
all this
maybe
new,
very nice
yeah,
can
trying to
happen as
create
well.
new currency and all that. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
especially with
That's
the
a good thing.
blockchain and all that. So be
Mm,
aware, something big
yeah.
can happen with those computers. It's
Yeah.
like, it's like to go from Neanderthal man from the cave to the next step.
Mm.
I mean, right now
Oh,
we are in the caves, really, age.
yeah.
And be ready for a quantum leap. And it has to be first
Yes.
a quantum leap of consciousness. And then we will see many things. So
Yeah.
please don't misunderstand this program. We are not talking about only low tech, high tech, quantum tech. We are talking about consciousness for peace. And
Yes.
with that, we can lead humanity to the next level and get away from,
So,
next
thank you.
to
Thank you,
the
Naomi.
next
Yes.
Homo. Get out from
Yes.
the Homo sapiens and go to the next Homo.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Thank
go
you.
to the next one. That's 1 hour transmission yet. So, so that's
Ooh,
our quantum computer. Then let's see some slides
titanium.
about, oh, I love this word, titanium
Titanium.
dioxide.
Yes. That's the great
The
titanium dioxide can
buildings
remove
that clean
harmful.
our air.
Yes.
Special grades of titanium dioxide can remove harmful nitrogen oxide in the air through photocatalysis. This is this is good. This is great. And by the way, we will see more of these cool techniques and technologies in our pillar 10 and 11. It's going to about decontamination, ecology, and your source of energy. So we
Mm-hmm.
will have more of that, definitely. Do you want to say something about this one? Sorry.
I was gonna ask you where this was made in China or in
Please type on
Malaysia.
internet and
Malaysia.
find it right away. I'll let you, Giovanna. It's
Okay.
on the slide. I got it, but the
Okay.
slide is hidden right now.
I was thinking that I have seen it in Malaysia. I'm not sure.
Malaysia.
Mm,
Malaysia, Singapore, they are so advanced in green
yes.
architecture, and now by law they have to do green buildings, certified green buildings. So that's great.
Mm,
We will we'll do more on that. We will see as well bioarchitecture and biourbanism. I think that's number 8 and 9,
mm.
I guess. So stay tuned. How paving with plastic? This is cool. You can recycle all the plastics. It's better to
Mm.
prevent and not to produce so much plastic. But when you
We
have it, at least be
yes.
recycled from the sea
Recycling.
and
This is what
from
we're trying
the
to
earth.
make. Yes, recycling, trying to recycle the plastic for using in something useful. Here in Lebanon, we have a NGO who worked on the recycling tires, the car tires.
Yeah,
You know what they have done with them? They did cover the sewage on the main street. They opened the lid and then they leave it open, and most of the car got ditched into the hall. So this organization came and do rubber covers so they can take it off and on whenever they need to maintain it. And then it was a heavy rubber where the car can go over it without messing up the cover or the street or the tire itself. So it was a great discovery as well too from this organization. I mean, I have seen so many organizations now trying to come up with so great ideas. And I remember we were talking about that. It's all about needs, and now most the countries running out of monies and people trying to survive and find a great solution combining high tech with our needs. And most likely, everybody trying to get rid of plastic, so this is the best way to use the recycling plastic and not to make plastic any longer, because we're really trying to reduce the number of plastic um, that we use over the time.
good. Let me find the other one. Yeah, Talking about plastic, this one is about
Oh,
to get all the
yes.
plastic from the ocean.
Yes, yes, yes. The garbage. You know, they
Can you
created
imagine
another.
20,000 pounds of plastic out of the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah.
So we will definitely talk about that when we go to the 2 green pillars.
There's so many techniques on this, and there's so many ways of doing it. Because most the plastic bag or the trash that it's not that heavy, plastic ones, and the waves sometimes bring it up to the surface. They create a lot of small machines where they can just like a small boats where they just collect the trash, and then when they come back into the shore, you wouldn't imagine how many things they collect over the trip, you know, and every trip. So, and they're all going and recycling as well too. So they're trying to reuse the stuff, which is wonderful.
Oh, you heard the data about your titanium dioxide is from
Manufacturers.
Belgium, and here
Oh,
is
Belgium. Okay, okay.
the European Chemical Industry Council. So
Wow,
you
that's
have all the data
wonderful.
here.
Yeah, great.
Great. By the way, you are doing a book, so we will have all this information in a brand new book by the end of the year, and it's going to be called the 13 Pillar Society.
Yes, yes. You're gonna find a lot more details about what we're talking about, and definitely uh, we're gonna keep adding to it because it's all
Oh, it's endless. That's why we want to create those
okay.
beautiful universities, and we are with 12 countries that want
Yes.
their own. It's called multi-U, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. What about this one? Most walls
Possible.
Most walls have the power of 275 trees. How to build a moss hall. It's cool.
Well, this can create a lot of oxygenated environment in the area, especially if there is no green area around, you know. So it's a great. It's a great, and then we see this vertical gardening a lot now, more than any other times, because we're trying to keep the green area more than what it is, and especially now if it comes to the engineering, you realize they really set a standard. They need at least I think it's like 1/3 of the area to be green around each building or each house. So they're trying to set a standard for that. And I'm sure in every country and every place it's different, but basically it's 1/3.
Okay, I think Giovanna found something interesting. We go back to we are fascinated by the titanium dioxide. Do you want to tell us, Giovanna?
Okay,
Let's see.
they say that in Mexico City.
Online research.
Yes,
Live research. And if
in
you have
Mexico
comments, put
City.
them too, please. Comments and your
Yeah.
questions. If you see the video afterwards, you can still put your comments on YouTube and Facebook, please. Go
Yes, what
ahead,
happened is that
Giovanna.
I discovered also that in Mexico City they have one hospital, and in the hospital there is a big panel with titanium dioxide tiles,
Whoa.
and then
Wow.
yes,
Congratulations. Arriba, Mexico.
yes,
Wow.
Hooray. Hooray for Mexico.
Yeah,
See,
great.
this change, the big change starts with small change everywhere around the world, with consciousness and with local actions. This is what I
yes.
think, really.
Yeah.
Yes, and what I love from these programs also is that meanwhile we are explaining things like you are doing, so we are also investigating things, isn't it? So we are a big team,
Wonderful.
not only us here, but all the people that gave their ideas and their investigations and research for all these programs. Yes,
Wonderful.
we thank everyone.
Yeah, talking about research, our friend from Bangladesh, Fariha, she found something so cool, low tech, really low tech, and so bright. It's called cooling system from trash. Do you want to read that?
Yes, sure. Okay, Ashish Paul developed a clever DIY cooling system that doesn't need any electricity and is built from a common waste item: empty plastic soda bottles. In just 3 months, Paul's company has helped install its smart powerless air conditioners called Eco Coolers in 25,000 households, with
Wow.
maybe more still
Yeah,
ahead. Oh, that's very interesting, isn't it?
that gives
Yeah.
me hope. The creativity of one person with the empathy wants to help the communities because it's so hot in Bangladesh right now. So see, it's generous. He had the idea and he spread it. And it's way beyond entrepreneur and making profit. It is a new energy. See what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
very happy with this piece of information. Thank you, Fariha. And if you are here, please put some comments, even though if it is afterwards, because it's so late now in Bangladesh, it's midnight. Yeah,
Wow.
but that was
Oh,
so
well,
nice. Oh, and let's go on with some cool technology. It would
and
be
this
middle
is,
tech. Yeah, let's start with the stove.
oh, the stove, 80% energy efficiency that consume biomass of low calorie, what is it?
Calorific
Such,
value.
okay,
Calories.
such as, um, I cannot see much though.
Tiny
Okay.
branches, little branches, pine cones,
No,
dry
so
leaves,
how, no,
cardboard,
this
glass.
work. So stove work on biomass.
Yeah, basically it's biomass.
Wow. 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 This is amazing thing.
Plus, they are built with discard metal material. This uses
Mm.
bottles. I mean, that's great. You can have your stove for free with free fuel.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
great. That
Wow.
the other one, so
Oh,
so interesting about the dirty water. So it's a
yeah.
technological
Oh, they're
innovation
using
to provide
solar
drinking water.
panels.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, dirty water clean that use wind and solar energy to get the clean water. This is
Remember, you
like
were talking
filtering.
about Africa. If the old world
Yeah.
is conscious, of course, we can gather the money and we can have good water for the entire continent of Africa. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
collaboration, consciousness, and just do it. I mean, be practical. And this is we really want with the new society, this kind of collaboration and all over the planet, you see?
You see,
And
I remember
visualize the ocean. You can have so much water. We have so much water. Just take the salt
the,
out. Mm.
the thing the community before or the government, especially when I live in the state, most the houses are made of wood and they're not really as solid like in different country. They use a lot of stone houses and very solid that you don't even maintain it for so long. So when I was asking these questions, why we make these houses are, I mean, like that, he said every certain times of the 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you can rebuild. So the people stay working, and then we have more job for people to do such a thing. Nowadays, I realize that the vision is changed, shifted. They don't think like that any longer. Now they're trying to work on sustainability a lot more long than before, trying to find a job for people. So sustainability is really came up after we realized that we're really running out of water, running out of things, and then the population of the earth is going way more than anybody can imagine with all these issues that we're having on Earth. So now we're trying to focus more about sustainability. If we have that priority 10, 15 years before, we wouldn't even get into here. We would be in a different place. And so that's why really important what we're talking about now. If we really need to move for sustainable environment and green environment, we really need to choose the best technology that it can fit that need. So this is what we're trying to compare here.
Great. True. Correct. What about this one? Fog
Oh,
collectors to produce drinking
okay,
water. Very
excellent.
nice. I love this one.
Well, this is
And
amazing.
if you don't have
Come to South Park. Come to here and see how much fog we have. we
if you
got a
don't
lot of
have
fog.
the screen, you can always do with a plastic water, plastic sheet. Aye,
Yeah.
a piece of plastic. Like I was
Oh.
in the countryside 2 days ago, and the guy told
Mm.
me, "Oh, but no problem. You put 4 poles and you put a piece of plastic, and you have your water in the morning." So creativity as
Yeah,
well.
but
Hmm.
you see, this need a lot of humidity as well. So if the area is not humid enough, even if you get the fog sometimes, I mean fog created by humidity, but you know if there is not much humidity in the area, you wouldn't be able to do such a project like that. But this what I was saying earlier, with the really expertise present and on every single subject. I mean, and combine and sit together and have a big conference, big. I mean, things like you know they were having on for sustainability. We will be able to come up with a great idea for different countries, different area, different climate, and all over the earth, because you know the weather here in Lebanon is different than the weather anywhere in Arab countries. You will see a lot of desert. You know, in Lebanon we don't have many. We do have a lot of mountain. We have a lot of greens. So it depends about every area and their climate and what we can use for that climate, especially if we can use the solar panel instead of of any other area. You know, fog and stuff.
But you look at that. Look at the pictures here. With one panel, you can have one. How do you say it? One tank, one water tank. That's
Wow,
enough for
really
2 persons. Yeah. Can you see the blue
wonderful.
one? Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's a good alternative. Meanwhile,
yeah, definitely. It depends
what
about the
about
area.
this one? I love this one.
Floating greenhouse. I have seen floating greenhouse, and I see window greenhouse as well in small cities, and where you don't even have any place to grow. They're trying to create these kind of thing, and especially vegetables, the like the herb that you can make salad every day and just eat it fresh.
Wow.
And we realized that when we were talking about health, like the more green thing and fresh thing that you can have, the more uh, you know the more better for us to have it for our health.
Yeah, you can see on the
Floating
picture.
greenhouse.
This is on the sea, so it's self irrigate with not salty water. The machine will transform in salt water into water, and you can irrigate the
Wow,
plants
wow.
automatically. So that's a good way
Yeah.
to use the ocean. Let's
Well,
see
you know,
another one.
on yeah. Wow, this is great as well too.
This we will
This is
see more when we
with
see
the
the
3D,
bioarchitecture and biourbanism. But it's a
the
3
3D printer.
printer,
Oh wow.
3D printer for houses. So what's the deal
Oh my
here?
goodness.
The
That's
3D
amazing
giant
then.
printers, usually it's concrete, but this one, it's
Mm.
done with only soil, clay, silt,
Okay.
sand, lime, and the rest is waste of the rice production chain, which is chopped rice straw, rice
Wow.
husk, and the rice garbage, basically. So this is the difference. This is and it's called bioclimatic houses because it's so cool during the summer and so warm during
Mm.
the winter.
Clay is important. Clay is
So
very
it's
good.
made out of clay. This is a combination of high tech and low tech, actually.
This is a beautiful project. Oh
It's
my gosh.
beautiful. Plus, it's very aesthetic,
I study.
beautiful, aesthetic. So this is our 3D. This is another house. This is how beautiful it is. This is a clay house as well. This is from Mario Cucinella Architects. And it's
Wow.
very fast. You can do it like in a couple of hours. Can you imagine? To do a
Wow.
normal house, it will take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and this one is done in one afternoon. You have your house.
Yeah, I'm
What
looking
about this?
forward.
Sorry.
I'm looking forward to see all the program that is going to be with biourbanism and architecture.
Yeah, I wanted to
So
buy this
it's
machine.
going to be wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about this one?
wow.
Nanomembranes toilet. Do you want to read it?
Working without being connected to water or sewage system, and that can generate electricity and clean water, not for drinking, as it compost waste. Wow. Oh,
I wrote
wow.
that for the university. That it doesn't use
Well,
water. I mean, to use water for toilet is a nonsense. Actually, I'm sorry to say that, but we have to do much better. We can use clean water for toilets. And the good things about it, you can have here electricity and you have your compost as well.
mm.
Yep. So let's see. Ah,
Oh,
here we
dowsing
have the
rod.
roads. Those
Yeah,
roads. Do you want
yeah,
to read this and then we will comment? This is from England.
yes.
Do you want to read
Seven-tenth
it?
water
Yeah.
company technique was spotted using dowsing rod as a means to locate underground water. It has emerged. Many company engineering also use in the method in UK. Actually, I do have a friend who still do that, and it's not only he can discover water in the ground. He discover certain different energy as well because he's expert in that. So
Oh,
sometimes he will tell you this energy line is going into your bedroom. It's not good to live to sleep on that on that this area. Move your bedroom to a different location and have it with less frequency area. So it's good for you to sleep on. So some people have a lot of knowledge on this when it comes to that.
uh-huh.
And I can tell you, you have to be neutral on this. You don't have to have anything up in your mind in order for this to work. Because sometimes if you think, oh, it's going to be here, water or not water, it's going to move based on your thought because you're going to
Yes,
give that energy to it as well too.
exactly.
So this person he know how to separate his thought and to make this thing work for his ability.
Would you say that this brain and heart coherence would be the what you're saying, like trying to be neutral?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and also I remember, my mother-in-law. She actually does that too. When
Oh,
she used to look for water
mm,
in her property, so
oh,
she used to have these. You used to say this is a power. Okay, now you know
mm.
that it's actually
It's a frequency.
everything is reduced to energy.
Yes, yes,
Yes, and vibration. And also I
yes.
know that these dosing roads, that now they come like in they are metal, and then you can
Mm.
get them. They are more like modern dosing roads. And then
Oh, yes.
I remember I went to a friend that was she's a healer, and she uses energies like this Reiki and all these kinds of energy. I'm thinking that you also have
Yes,
uh,
yeah.
you also do that. And she used to tell my daughter, okay, you're going to see how wide is your mom's aura. I understand that the aura is the energy field that we project uh,
Yeah, yeah. We
as
connect with
humans.
each
Yes,
other through it.
exactly.
We do
Yes.
have Natalie here with us from Canada. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, how are you?
She's saying greetings
Uh,
from Canada. Yes, how interesting
wow,
to learn about this.
wow, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Uh, I
So,
was, you know how you need if for people to practice on this dowsing, they put different kind of stones like gemstones. We're gonna go with the gemstones later on and different petals, and realize that they put different kind of stones and they go over each one and they see the energy on each one how it creates. So they know what this is how they tune it basically, and
oh,
everything they need to be tuned. So Some
Okay,
people use it if they wanted to take certain vitamins, or they wanted to make sure this vitamin is good for them or not good for them. They tune it over the medication or the different kind of thing. Oh,
Oh, okay. So it's very
yeah.
interesting,
It's used
knowing.
for different things, so many different things.
Yes, and actually, this is also a mix. I would say a
Yeah.
low tech, because we're using our ancestors' knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
but as I was telling you as well, there is a new gadget you can even download over your phone application where they can test, they can measure the frequency. It's
oh
like
yes,
how you can see the compass. You download the compass over your phone. It tells you the directions.
oh yes, yes. And
Yeah, there is some kind of thing like that as well
and what
too.
is this? Would you mind, like, writing that in our comments or our chat, so that
Yeah,
way
yeah, yes,
we have the
yes,
information
that's
for
true.
everyone? I'm pretty sure that
Uh,
everyone will be wanting to know this information too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Actually, the next picture Naomi was put for a second. The
Okay,
next
okay,
slide.
we finished this one. I wanted to say about this UK enterprise. Being an
Mm,
enterprise, they use the GPS, not the drones,
Ghost
and
in
they use
drones.
the
yeah.
satellite pictures. But
Mm.
they say sometimes it's much easier to go to those dancing roads, and they allow the technicians to use the dancing
Oh
roads.
wow.
So that's interesting to see how they combine it, being a normal, common,
Yes.
big enterprise. I love this picture. So you want to see the next one now? The
Yeah.
Vertical
farms.
farms. Yeah,
That's
Wow.
beautiful.
that's
Of course,
Actually,
we
wonderful.
will talk more about that in number 8, no 10, and 11.
vertical farming is really popular everywhere now, especially that I have seen it here in Lebanon. The last project that I have seen, my daughter was in American University of Beirut here, and she did work the first project with the people, with some organization as well too here. They did that on the roof top of the building of the campus and all the campus. They had like I think like 10 building, so they used all the rooftop, and they did that. And you wouldn't imagine, it was fantastic. It was as a pilot project as well too, and now they have it in 23 different village.
Wow.
So they're trying to do that. Yes. Yeah. So I'm telling
Beautiful.
you, I mean, technology is going so fast, and we really need just to find a solution, and really all this project as well that they were done all over the world. We really need to know more about them, and see which one worked best for us as a human consciousness, and see how we can spread the word for the love of our humanity and Earth.
This is a huge project from Vincent
Oh
Cayebo.
my goodness, this is so
It's
gorgeous,
absolutely
you know?
amazing. It's all vertical farm with algae,
Everything.
and it cleans the ocean, and then you get the hydrogen, and you will go to town to give it to the people. I love this
You
architect.
know,
We will talk more
they
about
were,
him when we do the architecture, which is number 9,
yeah, yeah,
because
but you
there's
know,
so
from
much stuff, so beautiful stuff.
you wouldn't imagine how good for the body is the green algae. Now they do use green algae for so many different products, especially supplement.
Like the
It was a huge research company in Canada actually, and the doctors has promote the green algae from a couple of the legs on America in the state. Um, I don't remember which state now, but they collected all the green algae from the rivers and from the different places, and all what I remember, it increased the bone marrow level of the red blood cell in 35% in the
wow.
body. So if somebody have a broken leg or been sick for a while and they need to recover, green algae can can make him really go faster.
And let me ask you a question now that we are talking about this green algae. You're talking about this spirulina or
spirulina. It's different than green algae, but it's
oh,
part
okay.
of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
spirulina. It's spirulina work on the intestine,
Uh-huh.
and I just want to run this thing really quick. I don't want to stop into and talking about that for so long.
Yes.
But as a discussion, they always say the appendix in our body it doesn't have a job and doesn't have a purpose. And then
Oh,
most people, when they go to the hospital with the appendectomy,
they
with the
remove it.
infection, they remove it, appendectomize. So I can tell you here, the green algae and the spirulina
Uh-huh.
do the same thing what the appendix does.
Oh my
So they
goodness.
do bring the best bacteria, the good bacteria, into the intestine, so that intestine can work and function properly. So without it, really, it's you cannot do any much. So that's why you have to take more supplement.
That's great. I'm going to write it like this.
Green
Okay.
algae.
Yes, green
Yeah.
algae and spirulina. Okay, good. That's
Plus,
good.
green algae is, if you use the ocean food, it's endless
Yeah.
food for the
Yeah,
entire
absolutely.
humanity. It's a
Yeah,
question of
it has a lot of
organize
protein in it.
ourselves, and it's
These
very good for
all the
the
bees. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's good for the bone.
Do you know about this one? That's for the future, but they are
Well,
talking about the tachyon chamber or quantum chamber. That would be for
chamber.
medicine. Maybe in the future we will
Uh,
see that.
this is crystal or no?
No, this is tachyonic energy, which is very
Oh
high.
wow.
It's the highest level of energy. It's even higher than gamma
Ooh.
waves.
Oh my goch, you're going
Yeah.
that much?
So they would almost instantly cure all the cells, tooth age,
Okay.
anything,
I know.
anything, and
I,
reprogram their DNA in a good way.
mm.
Yeah. And then this one we can take off the green algae.
Yeah, let me hide it. Okay.
UFO technology. I was told not to put this
UFO
picture, but there is a
technology.
lot of technology here. And I would recommend the book of Michael Sala. This is his book, as well the
Mm,
information of Laura Eisenhower. And you can
mm.
find that there is a lot of technology already released, which is interesting.
Well,
It's going to be
you know.
cool. I want my
Oh my
UFO in my
gosh.
multi university so we can visit the whole world very fast.
Well,
Now get ready, everybody.
oh my gosh, this is amazing. You end the session with this now, but I can tell you a small story about this before we finish. Oh, my favorite two people.
Okay,
Uh, uh,
so we can finish the slide and then we go to the story so we can
yeah,
see
I can.
the face.
No, I was gonna tell you about the UFO stories. The book is Planet X. The book Planet X is translation of some of information that they found on I think in Jordan and on the old testimony. So when they translated, it was under the language. What was the language? Sumerian language. So anyhow, to make the story short, there were some information and details that the first UFO or a first person who came from the UFO came down into Baalbek in Lebanon. And the huge stone that when you come next time, I can show you. The huge stone is 250 tons each one. It wasn't from Earth, it wasn't from different places. So when I read the story, I was really like going out of it. And I went there and I really saw the stone. I can show you some, I'll send you some picture next time. But I'm sure in the history of in
Baalbek.
India and Baalbek and the between the Eastern and Western civilization, we do see a lot of this as well too. And even in Egypt and Dandara, you see picture of the saucer on the wall. So I mean, we really know that they were there, but I don't know now why we cannot see them, you know. And the funniest part on this that that we do see messages now, and the messages are in the crop circles.
Wow.
I don't know if you read the crop circles and if you
Yes,
know.
yes, those images in the
Yes,
earth, isn't it? Like very big ones that are in
yes,
actually they're in Central America, some of them,
yes,
and then I'm thinking that in Europe, in England, they have been some of them too. So
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yes, it's incredible. Well, that I'm thinking that will give us for another program of at least
Yeah,
1 hour.
definitely. It's a lot to talk about here, but
Definitely,
it's
Yes.
definitely we can
definitely.
do this.
So by the end of the slide, we wanted to recommend a couple of resources. One is to check out the Resonance Science Foundation,
Yes.
RSF. Actually, Ines Urdaneta, she's helping us with some books. And we recommend all the work of Nassim Haramein. So
Oh,
you can go on the website, they have free classes, and it's very, very good. And they combined quantum knowledge with traditional science, high tech, low tech, high level of consciousness, of ethic. It's very, very, very good. And
he was
Ines sees
the
us.
first thing.
We say hi to Ines as well.
Yeah. So he you can watch the movie as well, the shift movement. There is so many parts of it now. It started a couple years before, and the shift movement created all this different project that Nassim is participating into, and it's great. This is when he was talking about the carbon sheets that I told you about. I mean, you're gonna love it. It's a lot to learn from these two people.
Is that spelled the right way? The shift
Shift,
movement?
yes, yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Check
a
it out
movie,
too.
and it's actually it's a movement. You know, it's not only a movie, but it's the whole movement.
Yeah, the big shift, right? In all Middle
Yes.
East, you talk about the big shift. Yeah, we can't
Yes.
wait.
Well, you
The
know,
other
the
resource,
time
you
is
can check
almost
the movie.
over. Oh, yeah, this is it. Yeah, Foster Campbell.
The movie is called Thrives, and it's in English and in Spanish.
Yeah.
And you can get a couple of ideas here as well. And then your favorite, you wanted us to see this little school. It's a little school
Yes,
in
you're gonna
Uruguay.
watch this movie. Yes, great.
We can watch the movie.
It's
It's
very short
done
one, but
by
you
Michael
will love it.
Reynolds. I
Oh
really
my
like
gosh,
his work.
this is what we really need to look forward for the future. This is what our aim.
And it's called Earthship. Let's see if I have it here. Earthship. You can check the website, and it's we can have more banners. It's by Michael Reynolds. So it's very nice because it's a primary school, so the kids they built all together the neighborhood, the enterprise, and the government because it's a public school, and the kids they live in it. So you don't teach them sustainable technology; they live it every day, and it's normal for them. Let's go to the video then. Ready?
Yes.
They study in a building heated only using solar panels.
¿Qué pasa con el agua de la lluvia?
On top of the normal school program, a sunny winter's day is great news for these Uruguayan children. As pupils of South America's first sustainable school, they study in a building heated only using solar panels.
¿Qué pasa con el agua de la lluvia?
On top of the normal school program, they learn about recycling, energy saving, and growing their own food.
La escuela es
The school is an autonomous building in the sense that it isn't connected to any energy infrastructure for water or anything. It's sustainable in the way it functions, totally autonomous, and it works thanks to its connection with nature, the sun and the rain.
Con los fenómenos naturales, el sol, la lluvia.
The building was funded by a local NGO and a detergent company and designed by US architect Michael Reynolds, a self-professed garbage warrior who's devoted his career to building self-sufficient structures out of recyclable material.
People called me an idiot, building with garbage, what a fool, you're a disgrace to the architectural community. I was trying to contain sewage and treat it and do all of these things that architects didn't do.
The 39 students, some just starting preschool and others in their final year before university, learn it's possible to live in a building that produces no waste. NGO volunteers organize regular workshops on sustainability for pupils and teachers too.
Little by little, we're becoming qualified. In fact, we're being trained by them. We're being trained to learn how the school works, how to maintain it, so that the systems don't deteriorate.
Some of the children have even started educating their parents.
Every day we walk here and he finds glass in the sand or plastic or something and he picks it up. He says, I'm keeping this to throw it away. He doesn't leave it there. He picks it up and he throws it away in the right place.
For these little garbage warriors, saving the planet has become an integral part of their homework.
Yes, here we are. Do you have a microphone on? Yes. So that was a long program, but it's a long subject to cover, and we just scratched the surface. But
Yes,
I hope
absolutely.
we got some ideas
We cannot dig enough.
and good ideas from this program. Who wants to close the program?
We want to say thank
Well,
you.
well, we do have a great pillar to talk about next week. Stay tuned because we're gonna have a lot to share as well too. The educational part is different with us when it comes to that. I can tell you, we're gonna show you a lot more stuff where you never have even think about it. For me, it's a wonderful quantum education, quantic. When it comes to that, you wouldn't imagine. I don't teach, actually. I'm not a teacher, but when I do go to the kids and talk to them over summer camp or over any activities that I do work with the kids, I see how much how the eagerness in their eyes when I ask them about certain things and I talk to them about a certain project. We really, all what we need here is changing the way that we deal with them and set a new strategy for them. You're gonna learn a lot about this. And to finalize this great, wonderful petal, I just need to invite our new generation that I love the most, because you're really, I think you're the one who bringing all this up. We're just trying to facilitate it here for you and make it happen. Trying to connect with the people who have all the wisdom with all this new generation and close that gap. We're gonna come up with a high tech and low tech generation, and this is how I see it. Because all the wisdom that was present from the old generation, combined with your new generation, can bring great result at the end. So stay tuned and see you soon.
So let's see our next program. Remember, it's going to be spring break. I think it's number 4. So we will see you on the 28th of April, which is the last Thursday of April, with this beautiful subject. It's called quantic or quantum education, and we have a lot to share. See you soon.
Stay tuned.